Hello, welcome to not our original series. That's still going on, don't worry about that if you've been following, but I just thought I'd show you something else I've been working on. We have our own server. You can see Surviving in Minecraft, our server. It's a whitelisted server, so hidden the address there, but just thought I'd give you a tour of what we've got. I've been playing with this for a couple of weeks now with a work colleague of mine who's not on. It is early on a Sunday morning, so I can't blame him. Let's just sleep to make it day, and I'll just show you what we've got. Okay, here's the bedroom area. You see we've got quite a few batteries going on. Not done a lot with red power at the moment, apart from we did some cubes early on. Cerez, my friend, has been working up here more than me, so I'm not entirely sure what he's doing, but he's been concentrating more on IC2 type of things. This is the only thing I've really put up here because I wanted to get rid of some of the cobble. We do have, because I love this, applied energetics system in. We've not got the auto crafting in yet. Not really got enough power or resources for that at the moment. But he's been playing with Thorncraft as well, and he's got this neat little lift. It's just a compressor. Oh, it looks like he's going to be doing something with nuclear power. And this, which I'm not entirely sure, he got this, he made it. We ran out of lava at one point. We had a geothermal generator up here and was pumping lava to it, and our lava source dried up, and he decided that the MJ power, the Buildcraft power that I was producing downstairs, which I'll show you in a minute, he'll just tap into that, and he found this energy bridge. Not entirely sure how it works, like I say, he's been doing it, and a built industrial centrifuge as well for some unknown reason. Here's our crafting area. You can see crafting room. So here is where the magic happens. We've got the usual suspects in machine wise here. Acre Sacrifice here, which is just supplying this carpenter. We'll just use this anywhere around the room where we need water in the future. Bit of Buildcraft lasers and assembly tables going on. These are our actual applied energetics system, and gold chest will show you what that's about in a second. So we've got our access terminal and a crafting terminal. You can see we're doing not too bad on resources, doing quite well. 44 diamonds, and we've used quite a few diamonds already. We was lucky with diamonds in the early stages. And this place wasn't really too far away from spawn as well. There's a little golem that we only got him last night. Like I say, Cerez has been doing all the Thorncraft stuff. I've not played around with it, but this is all his area, and he's been making some ages as well. These ages, unfortunately, he's just been making random ages, so they're all unstable. Ooh. A neat idea, isn't it? Yeah, not entirely sure what he does down here. I just leave him to it, to be honest. That seems to be about it. So we go back. This is our original mine. We don't generally go down there anymore. No need to. Here is what I've been working on, which I call my Tower of Power. Basically, it's our the basis of our power source. Really, it's just picked up an apple. Tree farm, as you can see. I've made an extension to this with another tower, which will have another tree farm here as and when we need it. But at the moment, that is coping very well. And we've got this kind of central power conduit which runs from a cellar, which I'll show you down in a minute, and all power, water and our applied energetic system all runs down there, and then we can just run them off as we need. So here's our tree farm, and if we go up here, so we're just above that tree farm now. So there's that energy conduit that was going on about. So our tree farm is down there with our cellar. That's top. I can extend this. I can just build up and up and up. I don't need more. But we've got a wheat farm, and again we've got this extension. So we've got 2 towers. Not sure what I'm going to put in here. Probably going to, underneath this, like I said, I'm probably going to put another tree farm. But here, not sure. Was thinking peat. Not sure about that now, because if we make the peat's something to burn. And that's really why we was making. I'll just show you, that's the bedroom that we was in before. Kind of makes the tree farm obsolete, so don't really want to do that. Yeah. This was originally our storing and crafting area. We had red power tubes all around here feeding to barrels, but when we got the applied energistics, we got rid of them. So that takes us back up to that bedroom. We come down here is our cellar. So this is directly under that tree farm. So we've got our applied energistics feeding our farm and taking the stuff away. And we've got this, that's a power conduit going up to the tower. So we've got this Zycraft tank with a Zycraft water block feeding it. So that supplies the water to our farms, and that goes under here and supplies this farm here. As a byproduct of the farm, we're making biomass, which is feeding these engines. 4 engines, all running at 5 megajoules per tick. So I've got this, that's feeding into this cube, and that's feeding out a maximum of 60. But also feeding into this tube is the steam engines, commercial steam engines. So these are going at 4 per tick, so this should be 32, my maths is right. So that's feeding out 35, so that's keeping that full. I'm feeding out 35, and then that's feeding out 60, which I've been experimenting ramping up and down, because originally these were running out, and then because all this power also feeds the applied energetic system, so the power was going down, and so we couldn't craft anything or get anything out. So I've been basically using these redstone energy cells as throttles to control how much power is coming out of this system and being fed off. Also feeding this all under here, so all these water pipes go to here, and we've got our fermenter, which is making our biomass. That's coming over here. We've also got this little powered furnace up here, and applied energistics is making sure that we keep enough charcoal going. So anytime we're low on charcoal, that automatically kicks in. This is basically fed from here, this singularity compressor. Well, let's go from this side. This makes the saplings into plant bowls, which gets fed back into the system and then fed into the singularity compressor. Let's see. There we go. So that's importing the plant ball and exporting out the compressed plants, and then this is just being fed compressed plants and fertilizer. So that's keeping the biomass under control. I say under control, it's not exactly wonderful. So underneath here we've got the tanks, so this is feeding outwards and the engines are up there. You can see we've kind of hit a bit of a critical mass really on this. That's about how much we make. It doesn't really change, unfortunately. But here's our boiler, big old boiler. I think that's the biggest one you can make. It's a solid fuel one, and obviously the bus keeps that filled with charcoal, and like I said, the other system up there was keeping charcoal in the system. There's the steam being fed up, and the engines up there being fed water from its own little private. We're not using the other one over there because I don't want to have all the pipes hanging around, so that just basically feeds out under here, back up again, just to keep it neat. So plenty of water in there, and it's also feeding, what else is that feeding? It's feeding something else up there because it was easier. I can't remember what it is now. Coke oven, which was, because we've got loads of it now, creosote oil. Not sure what I'm doing with that creosote oil at the moment. And then we've got a blast furnace, which is keeping these steel ingots going. The export bus here just keeps charcoal in there. I manually put iron in there because I want to keep a bit of an eye on how much steel I'm making. I don't want to end up coming down and all the iron's gone, and we've just got massive steel. So that is about it. What was down here, this was a lava tank early on, and down there, well, this was waterproof piping feeding all the way down here. I think you can see it on the map. There was a lava lake down there, so we had that pumping out into this, but that's dried up now. And this used to be the manual feed for the quarries. Well, quarry, I've only got one. So quarry used to manually feed in here and into the system when it was all manual, before we got the applied energy sticks, and before we went around and slaughtered as many endermen as we could, and managed to make, if we go in here, we managed to make a couple of tesseracts. So we've got an item tesseract here which is being fed from the quarry. I think the quarry must have stopped. So the quarry feeds in here into this relay and straight into that chest. The chest just feeds straight into the energetic system through there. You can see we've got an import bus, and it's just basically all the power. Here we've got just a red power filter, which is taking all the available ores and just banging it straight into this induction smelter, which then gets fed. Well, the import bus just takes everything out, and under there's an export bus making sure that this is full of sand. Here we've got a powered furnace, and this just gets fed by this ME interface, and it's just a basic way that we can craft some really easy stuff. This power that just goes up to that energy bridge, which I don't know how it works, and this is just going up to the other access terminal, which we saw in the bedroom before. So you can see we've got quite a lot going on at the moment. Probably the next thing for me to do, I was going to extend this out and make another tree farm here, but the system is pretty much balanced at the moment, so I don't want to make any more changes. And I've been working on this for nearly enough a week now. First of all, building this tower and making all sure that was done, and past couple of days I've been extending this tower with a view of last night. Last night all these cables were actually over on this side. I wasn't planning on making another tower originally, so all these cables were snug on this side. So I recabled all that so it was in the middle to make it neater. So I'm getting fed up of seeing this place at the moment, so I'm probably going to leave forestry for a little bit and go off do something else. Not entirely sure what. So that's what we've got in our little server world. Couple of silver trees out there. It's our outside. Just a manual cactus farm at the moment. Our nether portal over there, and this is where we was originally getting all our string and crops from. this used to be a farm. That tree farm used to be here, and I used to manually feed it, but I just planted some rubber trees on the hummus that was there. Not hummus, humus. Hummus is chickpeas. So that just basically goes down to that cellar that was in before, our manual cactus farm, and this is where the quarries were. You can just about see down there, I hope. The quarry at the moment is at the other side of that mountain because I wanted some new building material, and there was a bit of a flattish volcano with a lot of basalt, and so I wanted more basalt and wasn't getting any from the quarry because it was just basically quarrying out in the sea. So I've got plenty of basalt now. The only other thing I really want is marble, because we've not really only got 8 of them, so I want to try and find a bit of a ravine and bang the quarry over there. So that's it. What I'll do is I'll pause the video and I'll work out what I'm going to do next, and I'll just give a bit of a kind of let's play. If you want to see this kind of carry on into a let's play, then give us a shout, but just put a comment on, and I'll gladly do so. But I've just been really using it as a bit of downtime. The let's play that we've been doing, the single player let's play, I only really do on a weekend, and I don't like doing a lot off camera, so not a lot has been going on in that lately, because really I've been concentrating on here, because it's really fun, and we've got more resources here than we have in the other place because there's 2 of us. There's more things you can play with. So right, yeah, I'll pause the video, stop waffling, and we'll be back in a second. Right, thought about what we're going to do, and yeah, what I'm going to do is we've got a massive stock of apples, right, 14,000 apples. So what I was thinking of doing is getting a squeezer and squeezing them to make the apple juice, and then feeding the apple juice into the fermenter to get our yield of bio mass up a little bit. I think it's about by another 50%. But it's turned out to be a bit of a logistical nightmare cable wise. Tend to be a bit anal when it comes to where I'm running my cables. I would like it over here. We're going to have an applied energistics network to it so we can get the mulch out and the apples in. Now my cable runs all the way from here. It's running up here. That goes to the actual controller. So that's coming down here and basically under here, and that's feeding that up there. So that's about where that stops. Doesn't go any further past that point. And from here it goes underneath here, and it's feeding this lot of machines here. So to try and keep power consumption down, I don't want to be running more cables everywhere, so I'd like it round about here. Now below here is our basement with all the tanks, so that's where I want the apple juice to be stored. And again, I want everything kind of neatish, so I want the tank level with this one. So, and I want a 3 gap, because I've been trying to get a 3 gap on everything. So we've got 1 2 3 gap here, 1 2 3 gap here, 1 2 3 gap. You get the idea. So we want a 3 gap, so the corner of the tank is going to be there. Okay, which would mean the valve is probably either going to be there or there. Now I've thought here, because then if we knock all that out, that's going to go, because all this is going to have to come out anyway, so the valve can go up there, but the output, least. Input can just go straight on top. That's what I've done with most of these tanks. You can see the input goes straight on top, and obviously we need the output on the bottom, the output valve, because if you have the output valve on the top, then when it gets past that level it won't come out anymore. So similar to the thing that we've got here, we'll have the output valve here going up. So that output valve is going to have to go to the fermenter. Now that, come over here, is there. That's where that comes out. So that can quite happily go straight into this fermenter. So gain it in is going to be round about there-ish, or thereabouts. So I want a squeezer kind of around here somewhere, and it's how to get this energistics cable over to this side, because you see I can't come across here. I can't take this out because that's the ceiling of the floor below, and I want everything hidden. I've deliberately made the ceiling 3 width, so we've got our floor, this kind of conduit area, and then the ceiling down below, which keeps everything hidden. So I can't go above or below this area here, because then I'll either see them here or see them on the ceiling downstairs, and I don't want that. I want everything nice and neat. So what to do? What I was thinking of doing is maybe bring this out a little bit more, because we've got these solar panels here, and if I kind of make it a bit neater, obviously, but do that, and then I can run my cable, my conduit, power conduit, behind these machines. Like that. Got some more. I thought you had some more conduit on me. Let me just run off and get some conduit a second. Yeah, so like that. Like that. So the machine's getting powered from behind. So that should leave me free to put a machine kind of there. And this applied energistics cable can, well, it can probably just link straight from this one here. And there, so we can have an input here. I've got an input bus on this, but we can have an kind of that there feeding into it, that one feeding out of it, and the juice coming out on that side down this bit here, running across the floor to there, and then the output probably coming straight up here into there. Yeah, okay. Oops. I can live with that. And we'll tidy all this up later on. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Let's go and build. Okay, so this is what we need for our squeezer, which is a tin sturdy casing. So this is what I love about this system. I know we've not got it automated yet, but type in what we're after, and bingo, there we go. We can just carry on pulling them out if we wanted, which we don't. So we want a sturdy casing, and we want some glass, and we want some tin. Use that weird tin up squeezer. Okay, we're going to need some more of this Liquidux as well, because I don't think we've got any left. All this stuff, and I'm still using manual picks as well. Ceres, the other player, no, has made a an electric drill, but I've just not got round to it. Not got round to it at all. No, we do not seem to have. There we go. You can see there's his electric drill. Tends to put all the tools and whatnot in that chest. Right. So I think it's copper and some hardened glass. It should probably do us. Okay, and we need some sandstone blocks as well. Yeah. Bit of that, and no, I don't think we're just going to have any valves in there. What else do we need? We need some glass viewers. Okay, we've not got a lot of them, so we'll make some more, because we're going to need more than that. Really is cool, this, I love it. That should do. So let's build our tank. So this is where the tank's going to be, and what did we say? We said our output was going to be here, didn't we? And we could probably do with the output being here, really. And then that'll go straight into that original pipe, and we can cut all the water from the back, because we won't need it, because there should be, yep. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Right, so there's the area cleared out, and now it's really just a case of building the tank, which I'm going to make the same dimensions, so it's going to be 5, that 3 gap by 5. Is it by 5? Yeah. Yep, that's even. Might need some more sandstone, I think. But here is where our valve is going to be, and I found a couple of valves in a chest. So there's one valve. So that's going to be our output valve, which will go straight into that existing pipe. Cut that back, and that will go straight into our fermenter. Now, the input for this, we said we really wanted there, I think. Which would mean, I think we're going to have to make it here, because we want it on top, so that's where it's going to have to be, or maybe one over. We could cut one over. Probably there. See, that's there's probably going to be the best, isn't it? Right, so let's make this up. So there's our tank built, and quick click on there, makes it into one. So we want, let's see, where's our liquidox? We want our output going up there, like that. I'll leave it a bit short for now because there's nothing coming out of it. But our input is going to be coming down here. Let's see if we can, there we go. To there. That's going to be our output from that. So that needs to go like that. And we need a lever on that, which I just happen to have one. So that will output into our tank here. So what do we need in here? We just need apples, but we also need to output the mulch. So we need an export bus, exports out of our system, and we want to export full stacks of apples. There we go. Now we want to get rid of that mulch. That's feeding straight down. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And we need an import bus, which I believe I've got one upstairs. So our import bus, we should be able to put the bottom here. No, we don't want the cable there. I borrowed Cerez's drill. No, wrong kind. Oh, flaming hell's sake, right. Get rid of that. And we just want to be exporting everything, so yeah, that'll go. That'll work. The danger we've got, of course, is that we're going to be using all our apples and we won't have anything to eat. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, now we've got some, let's just clear this mess up which we were making. I've got plans for her in a minute as well. Yeah, we want now to get our juice from the tank up into our fermenter. So let's see how much juice we've actually got in here. Okay, we'll leave it a minute and we'll let that get some more juice in it, and in the meantime what we are going to do is something with this moistener which we've got here. Now moistener doesn't need any power, all we need to get it to do is integrate with our network. So kind of here we do need water for it as well though, so over here would have been nice. It's getting a bit spaghetti junction over here as well, really, isn't it? But, and I don't know, I don't remember putting that import bus on there. Yeah, it's getting a bit spaghetti junction over here, isn't it? actually we should be able to get rid of that one, then it'll all still work, because it'll all work around that way. That'll save a bit of juice on the power, and because I've got magnet mode up, I'm just picking up everything here. Just put them in there. Right. Yeah. Moistener needs water, and we don't really have a water supply over here, because this, although we do have a water supply at the moment, that is going to be going. Oh, there's no reason why we can't use it and redirect it somewhere else. It starts getting messy. We could perhaps... no, we can't get it under there because of that. Does that need to be there? Could we do that? See that? The only thing that's doing is feeding that. So what we could do, and this will actually serve as a bit of power anyway, because we're not going to be running as much cable. There we go, that's a bit neater. Do like magnet mode. Right, so that should still have the same effect. So what we could do is now put a moistener over here and redirect this water at this junction here. No, we can't, can we, because of that. Oh, bugger. We can't hop over there. That is our feed in to our bio tank. Let's feed in. Okay, let me have a look at all this. Okay, we've got our apple juice feeding straight upstairs now into our fermenter, which I'm not sure whether it would be doing anything with it at the moment, because I still think it's full of water. It is. It's got to get that water out of that. Okay, I decided the best way to get rid of the water was just to break it and start it again. So everything else should be, actually, I think that should be, is that, oh, I think that's taking the mulch out, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. So that should be putting compressed plants in, which I think it just did. So that's all working hunky-dory. Now, the problem we've got, right, we're going to have to, yeah, we had a problem with this water pipe. It's not feeding anywhere at the moment, so we're going to have to take this all the way back to the beginning again, because now it's full of water. And let's take it this way. That needs to be, that needs to be on there to start off with, and needs to be an output. And there's our biofuel going out. Now we're still left with the question of our moistener, which doesn't need power. I've moved the industrial centrifuge, not industrial, compressor over here. So it's running around. I really need a lever on that to keep it on all the time. And we've got this as well, which I think we can tidy up by doing this. Put that there, looks a bit better. So that's all still working. I've had to push this wall back, so that's now in line with there. So it's looking okay, but now it's just a question again, this moistener in. Now I want the moistener somewhere like here-ish, probably here or here, so we can get an import export on it, so we can feed stuff in and get stuff out. But it also needs a feed of water, so we've got this water feed here, which we can't get over this liquid pipe here. So we could pair it all the way back to its start point and perhaps lead it off in this direction. Now if we lead it off in this direction, it's going to come down here. So strip it back, bring it down here. Now if I bring it down here, I can't do anything with this pipe here then. We have a problem at this point. And I can't bring this water pipe because I've got this, can't cross that bit there. Now the only other way I could do it is perhaps this feeds up from here-ish. There we go, and we could run it this way. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to have to do. So if I just, it's really our only choice. I don't want to, I know I could just put an aqueous aquifer in or something, but that's was the challenge in doing that, eh? It's just no challenge at all. It's far better doing this. So that can go all the way back to there because we don't need any of that now. Get all this filled in. I was originally going to put the moistener over here, but I want to try and keep everything together. So I'm going to go to the pain of bringing it over here, I think. So I'll start tidying all this up and we'll be back in a second. Okay, we've got our water feed in. It's coming all the way from there, and we've put our moistener on, and it should be our import bus, so we should be importing stacks of anything we can. And our export bus we want on that side, and into here we should want, now first of all I've still got some like decaying wheat and mouldy wheat and stuff, so from when I had it on last time, so I just want to put them in there first. So we want to be putting into this some, I think you have to take, does this take fertiliser? I'm not too sure. It certainly takes wheat. I want stacks of it. So there we go, wheat going in. needs water, which we can just do like that. I'm pretty sure it needs fertilizer. Is it not? No, perhaps not. Needs something in there. Let's just have a look on the wiki. Moistener. Working slot. Reservoir. It's not dark enough. Needs to be dark. That wasn't something that came into my equation. That was working on the basis that I have an equation going on. Still not dark enough. Right, okay. This all seems to have gone a bit peak-tongue because I forgot that this needs to be dark. So I might end up putting it where I originally thought, here, and then I can make like a little dark room for it. Yeah, I think it's dark enough when I put that front block on it, but I just don't like the look of it there, like that. I'll keep that water there though, because you never know, there might be something that we need in future which needs water going to it that we want over here. But I think what we'll do is cut our losses here. Come on, damn you. Get rid of this cobble, we don't need it. Don't need that either. Yeah, we will do what we originally set out to do. And put it over there. Tidy all this up. Right, okay, we've got our moistener over here, just next to our water tank here. So we've got the water feed coming underneath here, and we've got the got a bit of a thunderstorm as well outside. Hope you can hear me. So here's our moistener. It's nice and dark. We've got the seeds going in because we're going to make mycelium, because I think we're going to have a bit of a mushroom farm going out in at one of our towers. So we've got our seeds going in, we've got our wheat going in. So this side is an import bus, so that should be taking hopefully our mycelium out, and that should be in stacks of. Here we've got our seeds going in, and here we've got our wheat going in, and that should do us. So with it having to be dark in here, we've put half slabs down so we don't get any spawns, and I think I'll just put a door on there and a nice little sign. Get it in the middle at least. There we go. So when Suez comes in, he knows what's going on in there. And all we've got to do now is just tidy that all up outside, which I can do again. Probably going to need, I think for now we might just do that. In fact, yeah, I can do that, kind of. Lovely. Right, Okay, I think that concludes this, because it was really only supposed to be an introductory episode of what I'm doing. And if you want to see more of these on the multiplayer, then leave a comment and I will do. If not, then I might just give you quick updates every now and again. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Oh, and by the way, whitelist for this. I have sent whitelists out to people I know or consider to be sensible enough to be on my server. If you've not got an email, then don't bother asking, because I probably don't know you and I probably don't care either. So don't send a comment saying please can I be on your server, because I will just not bother answering it. Those who have received emails, then come and join us. You can see we're not too bad, and the performance of it's okay as well. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.